Hello guys, welcome to our session 25. In this session we're going to need our story fund, our English notebook, and also our art notebook. Please fetch them and open them at story number 6, Lara and the Mountain Lion. Now let's open our story fund at the story 6. The title is Lara and the Mountain Lion.
Student's Book, page 44. 6. Lara and the Mountain Lion.
Lara is my mother's best friend. She's a vet. That's a doctor who looks after sick pets and wild animals, too. I want to be a vet as well. One day I asked her, "Why did you decide to be a vet, Lara?"
It's a strange story, George.
She answered.
When I was your age, I was often alone, and I had no one. No brothers or sisters to play with. So, for a few weeks each winter, I stayed with my 3 cousins. They lived high up in the mountains. They were tall and strong and could ski very fast. They were very good at snowboarding and climbing, too. But I couldn't ski, snowboard, or climb. My legs weren't strong enough. I was often ill as well, so I had to carry different medicines with me all the time. One day, my cousins wanted to climb the mountain that was behind their house. They said, "You must come with us, Lara." They were unkind. They knew I wasn't well enough or brave enough. I tried to follow them up the path, but I soon got tired, so I had to stop and sit down. My cousins laughed at my red face. "See you later, then," they called, and went on up the mountain without me. I started to feel better after a few minutes, but then I heard an animal behind me. I felt a big, warm, furry, soft face on my shoulder. It was a mountain lion.
"Wow," I said.
I was very afraid, but I couldn't run away because my legs and knees still felt weak, so I just sat there. The lion opened its mouth and said,
"I've got a terrible toothache."
Well, I knew all about sore teeth because I often had a toothache. So I gave it some medicine that I kept in my jacket pocket.
I laughed and said, "I don't believe you, Lara."
Why not?
She asked.
Strange things happen in the world all the time. The lion and I sat and talked about X-rays and Saturdays and other things, and after a few minutes it said,
"My tooth's feeling much better now. But I've got a very bad stomachache. I ate too much food after I woke up this morning."
I often had a stomach ache, so I had a bottle of stomach ache medicine in my backpack. I put some on a little plastic spoon and gave it to the lion. And then we sat and chatted about bandages and jam sandwiches and other things. After a few minutes, the lion said,
My stomach's feeling much better now. But I've got a horrible headache. I lay in the sun for hours yesterday."
I knew about headaches. So I took a clean spotted handkerchief from another pocket and put it in the snow before I put it on the lion's furry head.
That's very cold, but it feels fantastic."
The lion said.
Thank you so much.
After that, we sat and spoke about temperatures and school teachers and other things. But suddenly, the lion jumped up and said,
I'm feeling great. How can I help you now?
I pointed at the mountain. My cousins were already high up above us. Can you take me up to the top? I asked.
Sure,
It said.
no problem.
So I jumped on its back and put both arms around its neck. The lion ran faster than the wind. It's really wonderful to ride on a lion's back. You must try it one day.
I laughed.
When we got to the top, we stood quietly together for a minute or two. Then the mountain lion disappeared into a dark cave. Soon after that, my cousins arrived. The view's amazing, isn't it? I said. My cousins were so surprised they couldn't speak.
What happened next? I asked.
Well,
Said Lara.
they never laughed at me again. And every year, I went back to the same special place where I met the lion, and it came to speak to me again. We always had wonderful conversations, the lion and I. Sometimes I took it more medicine, and I often rode on its back in the snow. I always felt safe when we were together, and we helped each other a lot. I knew then that I wanted to be a vet one day. So that's the answer to your question.
Lara waited for a minute and then laughed.
I'm sorry.
She said.
It's just a story.
But then she turned round and looked at a photo on her desk. It was of a young girl and a mountain lion. They were sitting on a rock in the snow, and the lion had its big, soft, furry face on her shoulder. Lara turned back and smiled at me.
Now I must work.
She said.
But would you like some strawberries or a honey cookie before you go?
Moving on to our exercises. In the first exercise, it says, read and complete the sentences. We're going to complete the sentences with words that are here. For example, no one is with me. I'm alone. After that, we're going to put the sentences in order, and we have to write numbers. These sentences are a summary of the story, so we have to write numbers from 1 to 6. And then it says, who said this? Write A, B, or C. So, we have to decide A for Lara, V for the mountain lion, and C for George. In this page, this activity says, tick the 4 best ways to answer the question, how can I help you? Only 4 of these options are the correct ones. Please read them carefully and decide which are the best. Can you help me cross that stream? You mustn't climb that mountain. Could you carry my backpack? Yes, you can climb it if you want. Well, could I have a jam sandwich? No problem. Are you too tired? I need some headache medicine, please. Choose only 4. The next exercise, exercise E, is a listening. Pay attention and complete with the audio.
Book, page 49. E. Listen and write about Lara.
Where did you study to be a vet, Lara?
You have to go to university to do that.
Which university did you go to?
Castle University. You spell that C-A-S-T-L-E.
Can you see the example? Now you listen and write.
Do you have a favorite kind of animal?
I shouldn't have, but yes, I do.
Let me guess. Kittens?
No, tortoises. Their shells are so beautiful, and tortoises have such funny old faces.
Do you have to work every day?
Not always. I don't usually work on Wednesdays.
Sorry? You don't usually work on Wednesdays?
That's right. But I often have to work on Saturdays and Sundays.
What do you like most about being a vet?
That's a good question.
Is it?
Yes. I think I like it because it's interesting. Yes, because it's interesting.
And what's your favorite sport, Lara?
I love snowboarding. I go snowboarding for 2 weeks each year.
Wow, you're lucky.
I know. Your mom loved that too when she was young.
I didn't know that.
In this exercise, it says draw lines and make sentences. All of the sentences are going to be joined by the connector so. So means así que. Let's pay attention to the first one. Lara had no brothers or sisters, so she stayed with her cousins in the holidays. So you have to join these with so and make sentences. After that, in exercise G, it says which are the lion's answers, write A to F. This is a conversation between Lara and the mountain lion. So you have to match the correct words. The example is here. I can't pick up my backpack because my elbow hurts. No problem. I can carry that. In this page, we have 2 listenings. Let's pay attention to the instructions of each one before we start. Remember that every time you need to listen to a listening again, you just have to rewind the video a little bit. 18 says, what did Lara do each day? The example is C. The activity of letter C was on Monday. Next activity. Listen and write the words. You're going to listen to them and complete the text. Okay? So, let's start.
Book, page 51. H. What did Lara do each day? Listen and write a letter in each box.
Hi, Dad. I'm having a wonderful holiday here in the mountains.
Great.
On Monday, I went for a ride on the back of a mountain lion after I gave it some medicine. It wasn't very well, you see.
Oh dear.
Can you see the letter C? Now you listen and write a letter in each box.
What else did you do this week?
Well, on Wednesday, I went ice skating.
Yes?
I only fell over a few times, so that was okay.
I'm pleased to hear that.
And after lunch on Thursday, I had a skiing lesson.
Did you enjoy that?
Yes, it was amazing. I had such a lot of fun. I'm not very good at it, so I had to go very slowly. Can I have some more skiing lessons next year?
Sure. Did you see the ice hockey game on Tuesday?
No, we couldn't drive there because it snowed too much. But it was good because I played with some other children here instead.
Did you throw snowballs?
Yes. I got very wet and cold, but it was all right. We had a drink of hot chocolate before we went back to the hotel again.
Good idea. What did you do on Friday?
We pulled the sledges up the hill and played on them all morning. I was very tired after we did that.
And how are you now, Lara?
I'm fine. I've got a toothache, but I've got my medicine too. Don't worry.
Okay.
book, page 51. I. Listen and write the words.
There's a lion on that mountain and another in this cave. But I just laugh and call to it. Can you see me? I'm so brave. There's a monster right behind me. I can smell it in the air. But I just turn and say to it, you need to comb your hair. I climb the highest rock and I see a hungry snake. But I just wave and ask it, would you like a piece of cake? There's a lion in my story. It's a friendly one, I know. But if one asks to be your friend, smile kindly and say no.
Last but not least, remember to check the PDF file. We have a fun activity to do in our art notebook. So please check it, and we'll check it in a few minutes. Bye!